prisons. When you multiply and divide just to get by, you could leave pieces of pie in the sky when life hits you dead in the eye, because most things go unseen. So to arrive on this scene and solve the mystery, the math must lead to one understanding. Numbers don't mean you know the half. Emergency. I need to cut through this numeric surface and sacrifice model for make with the jaws of life. I'll pry myself into each margin, designing my own seams, critically operating on perception. I'm a surgical knife, cutting to a depth where not even a double mind can interpret anything but one emergent scene. Operation time, 10,000 hours. Not much longer than a year in time spent, but I've gone beyond 10,000 at least 11 times. So what's the math when you're more than a master? I don't mean 5,000 when I say you may never know the half ever after, because the equivalent of wrath is just not so easy to add complex fractures. The tale of time most times may be too much to grasp. Details scattered to grasp were just beneath the soil. Deeper realization will lead you to see that your talent is your task, and desire the roadmap to find who you are, why you are, and where you're at. Scatter plots can confuse those not adept at remembering their tracks, so you may have to follow whatever at tracks. So my prose predisposes what was decomposed to hip. No, sis, I mean black enlightenment. To understand the light, you can't be scared of the dark, child. So composure composes a compass. Seeking, you shall find. My content is my convent. Holy grail, communing with my presence ushers many to answers too hard to tell. Therefore, if you co-sign my tangent lines, I'll deduce for you the real math. And perhaps we can deduce what gets left over after math, and I can ask you something after that. So here's the numbers. 78756 improper fraction, false identification, echoed for 4,395 horizons, 144 new moons, 113,940,260 breaths, 105,480 hours, all adds up to 12 years, 15 days in prison. They tell us 10,000 is all a master ever needed to mold into whatever is needed. But I hail from those that go beyond that meaning for more than just their own reasons, because this kind of time spent can be measured from season to season. It's a different kind of luxury text when your work ethic seasons you to be fit enough to become freedom. So let me ask you something. What you know about spending over 10,000 hours in a hole, over 10,000 hours thinking, damn, it's so cold, over 10,000 hours screaming, fuck, I want to go home, over 10,000 hours feeling by any means necessary is the goal, calling on 10,000 names to resurrect and be made whole. I died to live for this kind of problem solving. Number 78756 was just a vision, a transmission from lack to fruition, so you can never know the half if 10,000 is your metric system. Therefore, deducing 5,000 as an understanding point between you and I without pi is just bad math, and that multiplies prisons.